Imagine a universe where the concept of rest is non-existent, a reality where every particle, object, and celestial body is in constant motion. This thought experiment not only challenges our understanding of physics, but also reshapes our perception of life, society, and the cosmos. In our existing understanding of physics, we define an object at rest as one whose position does not change with time relative to its surroundings. It's a simple concept, isn't it? Something either moves or it doesn't. However, if we venture into a hypothetical world where rest is an alien concept, the pillars of physics as we know them would undergo a seismic shift. One such pillar is the law of inertia, a cornerstone of Newton's laws of motion. This law states that an object will remain at rest or in uniform motion unless acted upon by an external force. It's why a book stays on your desk until you or some other force moves it. It's why the planets revolve around the sun in their orbits, unchanging unless acted upon by another force. But in a world of unending motion, the book on your desk would no longer stay put. Planets would not revolve in fixed orbits. Everything would be in ceaseless motion. The law of inertia, as we know it, would be obsolete. This does not mean that objects would move randomly. They would still follow rules, but these rules would be fundamentally different from the ones we're familiar with. Instead of inertia, we might have a law of unending motion, stating that an object will continue to change its position unless acted upon by a force. This hypothetical world without rest would drastically alter our understanding of physics. It would challenge us to rethink the most fundamental concepts, to question the very nature of motion and rest. In a world of perpetual motion, the law of inertia becomes obsolete. The implications of this shift are profound, extending beyond physics into our everyday lives, our technology, our society, and even the cosmos. But we'll delve into those implications in the next scenes. For now, let's sit with this thought. A world in unending motion where the familiar becomes strange and the laws of physics are rewritten. Without rest, the very fabric of daily life would unravel. Picture this, a world where the sweet relief of sleep is an alien concept. In our reality, sleep and rest are essential elements of life, as vital to our existence as air and water. Let's first consider sleep. It's a universal experience, a time for the body and mind to recharge, to process the day's events, and to prepare for the challenges of tomorrow. Sleep is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. It plays a crucial role in our health, affecting everything from memory and mood to physical performance and disease resistance. Without it, our cognitive function would be severely compromised. But in a world of unending motion, where would sleep fit in? The simple answer is, it wouldn't. The rhythm of the day, the cycle of wakefulness and sleep would be disrupted. The very concept of a good night's sleep might be as foreign as the idea of a square circle. So how would humans adapt to this new reality? Well, the human species is remarkably resilient and adaptable. Perhaps we would evolve alternative mechanisms to rejuvenate our bodies and minds. Perhaps our bodies would learn to function on less rest, or to rejuvenate while in a state of perpetual motion. Or perhaps we would develop ways to rest our minds while our bodies continue to move, a sort of waking dream state. However, these adaptations would not come without a cost. Without the ability to rest, we could become a species on the edge, constantly active without a moment of stillness. Our health could deteriorate, our cognitive abilities could be compromised, and our quality of life could be significantly reduced. In a world without rest, the human species might be driven to the brink, constantly active without a moment of stillness. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? This hypothetical world of unending motion highlights just how vital rest is to our lives and well-being. It reminds us to appreciate the quiet moments, the stillness, and the sweet relief of sleep. After all, it's in these moments of rest that we often find our greatest insights, our deepest dreams, and our truest selves. Vehicles and machinery, which currently rely on periods of inactivity for maintenance and repair, would face unprecedented challenges. In a world perpetually in motion, our current models of technology and transport would need to evolve dramatically. Imagine a car, for example, that never stops, never parks, never idles. The wear and tear on such a vehicle would be immense, and traditional methods of repair, which require stillness, would be obsolete. In this scenario, the concept of maintenance could take on a whole new meaning. Perhaps we would see the rise of on-the-go repair services, where mechanics, like pit crews in a never-ending race, work rapidly to fix issues while the vehicle is still moving. Alternatively, technology might need to become more autonomous, with machines capable of self-repair. Imagine a smartphone that can mend its own cracked screen, or a computer that upgrades its own software while you're using it. Yet there's another possibility to consider. In a world where rest is non-existent, we might see a shift from repair to replacement. Instead of fixing a broken machine, it could be more practical, more efficient even, to simply replace it with a new one. In this constantly moving world, the cycle of use and disposal might spin faster than ever before. We would need to rethink our approach to sustainability and resource management to prevent a world drowning in discarded machines. In a perpetually moving world, we might witness a shift towards disposable machines, replaced rather than restored. The absence of rest could lead to a society that never stops. Picture this: cities that never sleep, economies that run around the clock, and a world that is perpetually in motion. In this unending whirl of activity, our concept of work could change dramatically. Currently, our work cycles are largely dictated by the day-night cycle. But in a world that never rests, this concept might become redundant. Imagine a 24/7 economy with no downtime. This could potentially lead to increased productivity, as businesses could operate continuously. However, it could also lead to societal burnout, with the constant pressure to keep up with a world that never stops. Moreover, the absence of rest could redefine our concept of leisure. Currently, leisure is often associated with rest and relaxation, a pause from the hustle and bustle of life. But in a world without rest, what would leisure look like? Would we evolve new forms of recreation that involve continuous motion? Perhaps leisure activities might involve low-energy motion, like slow walks or gentle swims, instead of sitting still. Education, too, might undergo a sea change. Schools and universities could operate round the clock, leading to a continuous learning environment. In essence, a world without rest would necessitate a fundamental rethinking of our societal norms and structures. It's a fascinating thought experiment that underscores the importance of rest in our lives. In a world without rest, leisure might become a form of low-energy motion rather than stillness. On a cosmic scale, the implications of a world in perpetual motion are vast. Were such a universe to exist, the behavior of celestial bodies could be drastically altered. Planets, stars, and galaxies already in constant motion might move in more predictable patterns. In our universe, the randomness and unpredictability of cosmic events often stem from the interplay of moving and stationary objects. Eliminate the stationary and you remove a significant source of randomness. The orbits of planets, the rotation of galaxies, the formation and death of stars, all these cosmic events could follow a more deterministic path. Imagine the possibilities, a universe where the future of cosmic events could be predicted with greater accuracy, not just years, but millennia in advance. This deterministic nature of celestial bodies could revolutionize how we understand and interact with the cosmos. In a perpetually moving universe, the future of cosmic events could be calculated with greater precision. While the concept of perpetual motion is a fascinating thought experiment, it is, in reality, a physical impossibility. According to the laws of thermodynamics, energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred or transformed. This principle is a fundamental cornerstone of our physical world, and it reminds us that the balance between motion and rest is essential. Without rest, there can be no motion, for motion derives its meaning from the contrast with stillness. In this hypothetical world of unending motion, we've seen how the very fabric of life, society, and the cosmos might be altered. It's a fascinating exploration, but it also serves as a reminder of the delicate balance that governs our universe. The dance between motion and rest, activity and inactivity, is instrumental to our existence, from the smallest particle to the grandest galaxy.